Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great start to your week. Hope all of you having a great Monday. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, if you're not excited, I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. I woke up this morning around 6:30 a.m. I walked outside with my hot cup of joe, hot cup of coffee, whatever you like to call it. And it hit me. College football season has arrived, at least in northern Alabama. It was a cool, crisp, wind blowing, 60, 65 degrees out. Has fall come early? I don't know. Well, some people would technically say it's already fall. But you get the point. It's normally not that cool. At least in my area and some surrounding areas like Tennessee, shout out to the Vols, Georgia, Mississippi. Heck, it might even gotten cold in Tuscaloosa, South Alabama, North Florida. You never know. But the point is, when you feel that cool, crisp fall breeze hit your face, you know college football season has arrived. This is the beginning of the greatest 6-month stretch in human history. We got college football for the next, 5 to 6 months. We got college basketball, March Madness. What a time to be alive. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say I hate summer, but I really don't like it. Who likes to sweat? Not me. Maybe you do. I don't like to sweat. I like the cold. I'm going to come out and say it. I like the cold weather. I love Halloween. I like Thanksgiving. Christmas, it's top tier for me. This time of year, at least in my humble opinion, it's undefeated. They say the journey is always better than the destination, and that's why I'm so excited, because what's the best part about Christmas when you was a child, and even now? It's the build up to it. It's the hype, and just knowing we are at the beginning of college football season, it does something to me. It does. It gives me this nice, warm, cozy, and fuzzy feeling inside. Sorry for the long-winded intro. In today's video, to start out our week, and by the way, this is not the preview. Let me know in the comment section, do y'all even want to see a preview for Auburn and Baylor? We may do that. By the way, if you don't know, they play on Friday night. Not Saturday, Friday night. Whew, that's crazy. Auburn has reached that point. They can't even get a game on a Saturday now. Yeah, it's pretty, all right, obviously I'm joking and whatnot, but seriously, Auburn is playing on Friday night. They're playing the Baylor Bears. Last time I checked, Baylor, let me say it again, Baylor is favored in the game against the Tigers. What's going on? Well, I tell you what's going on. That Auburn program, I'm not going to say they're in shambles, but yeah, they're not in a good shape. What we're here to talk about in today's video is the main focal point, is the main reason I'm making it. By the way, this is the one and only thing we're going to be talking about. Auburn is already in panic mode. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about it. And what's ironic about that is normally we say that about college football teams heading into week 4, week 5, or week 7, something like that. Not the first couple of weeks. And you especially don't say it before the season has even started. How many times have you ever heard someone say, oh, this team's in panic mode, yet they are 0-0? They haven't even played a game. We don't even know how they're going to look, but I believe it. I do want to throw this in there while I'm thinking about it, because I know you're going to have some Timothy and Bobbies. By the way, I see you, Timothy. Run to the comment section. Matt, Auburn's not in panic mode. We're doing just fine. Matt, who are you to say Auburn's in panic mode? Listen up, buddy. I have their credentials. You know where I reside at? Northern Alabama. Shout out to the 256. But you know what that also means? You know who I'm surrounded by? Auburn, Alabama, and Tennessee fans. I talk to them on an every single day basis, and shout out to those individuals. You know who they are. Love my Auburn fans. Love my Tennessee fans. Some great people. And matter of fact, my next door neighbor is an Auburn fan. I talk to him on a regular basis. Shout out to him. He's an awesome guy. Outside of that, I have a bunch of friends who are Auburn fans, and they are telling me this, and it's actually the main reason as to why I'm making this video. It led me to making it. They are worried about the season. And it hasn't even started. Let that sink in. To give you some perspective, I haven't seen too many Alabama fans worrying about this season. Although last year wasn't all too great, Kalen DeBoer, there's some question marks. Bama fans, they're not panicking. But Auburn fans, yeah, they are. And I can't fault the Auburn fans, because I think it's rightfully so. Hugh Freeze, in my opinion, I've stated this for years, I'll continue to say it, he's washed up. Was he a good head coach? Some may say a really good head coach at Ole Miss. Yes, he was, but that was years ago. Look. He's on the tail end. He's gearing up for retirement, hence why he's golfing 12 out of 30 days a month. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Kalen DeBoer's golfing 12 out of 30 days a month? I don't think so, partner. He's still got that hunger in him. He has something to prove, even though he did prove something in Washington. He wants to prove it at Alabama. Hugh Freeze, not so much. I'm not saying he doesn't have that fire inside of him. It's just not what it once was. To go along with that, I said this since day one, and I'll say it before the season again to remind some of you idiotic Auburn fans. Jackson Arnold ain't who you think he's going to be. You know who he is? Go turn the tape. I watched it last year at Oklahoma. Mr. Inconsistent. He shows flashes of greatness, and everyone's stuck on, oh, yeah, well, he beat Alabama. Dude, who cares? That was more of an indictment on Alabama, just wasn't that good, and they didn't show up. Not to disrespect Jackson Arnold. He played A-OK in that game. But he's not that good. He's okay. He's going to make some good passes. He's going to make some good runs. He's a dual threat quarterback. But he is not a legit SEC quarterback that's going to go out there and lead you to a magical season like Johnny Manziel did with Texas A&M or like Cam Newton did years and years ago. No. Right now, I'll give him mid at best for an SEC quarterback. That's all I'll give him. And you want to know something? My Oklahoma fans can vouch for me. Considering what he did at Oklahoma last year, that's me giving him the benefit of the doubt because he was just straight up bad last year at times. With that being said, I will say this. When you go back to the Ole Miss years with Hugh Freeze, what type of quarterback did he have? A carbon copy paste of Jackson Arnold. Y'all remember the Bo Wallace days? Throwback. You got to be an OG to remember those days. Man, Bo Wallace was Mr. Inconsistent, but guess what? He showed up against Alabama one year, and he was like the next best thing since sliced bread. He was phenomenal. But Bo Wallace was the type of guy who could win you a game, throw 5 touchdowns, 400 yards, go 30 for 40 completion-wise. But he can also, the very next game, against Vanderbilt, go 10 for 33, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Bo Wallace could single-handedly lose you a game, and that's why we don't talk about him till this day, and it's why he never made it in the NFL or anything after Ole Miss. Bo Wallace, kind of a similar play style to Jackson Arnold, can throw the ball, decent arm, but also likes to scramble. He's a bigger guy. Remember Chad Kelly? Same thing. Pretty good thrower. I'd say a better thrower than Bo Wallace, but also could scramble a little bit. Jackson Arnold, he looks like those two guys. To me, I'd tell you this much, though. When you cut on the tape, I'd take Bo Wallace and Chad Kelly over Jackson Arnold any day of the week. And if you're an Auburn fan, that should be pretty concerning if you could ask me. But to go back to why Auburn's already in panic mode, Auburn would, I'm not saying this is good for the fans or anything, but they would have really benefited from playing like a Marshall, UAB, North Texas in week 1. Then week 2, you play like a Colorado State, or you play like, all those crappy teams and FCS opponents. You play, what's the one? Louisiana Monroe. Teams like that. Heck, remember Louisiana Monroe, they beat Alabama years and years ago. But you get my point. You get the gist of things. I need you to understand something. Not this Auburn football team. Big difference, because a team is 1 year, but a program is the last 5 to 10 years. This Auburn football program, not team, program, they need confidence. They need a confidence builder. Alabama, no. Alabama's Alabama. The program's been fine the past 5 to 10 years. But Auburn, much different. I do believe they need a warm-up game, and unfortunately, you're not getting one because on Friday night, unless I'm highly misinformed, they're going to Baylor, right? I could look it up, but I'm 99% sure they're playing at Baylor. Okay, wow, now, so Auburn is favored by 2.5, so that changed a little bit. So Auburn is going to Baylor on a Friday night. I'm not going to label Baylor as a hostile environment. If you want to argue with that, you can debate a brick wall. Not hostile. But you're not comfy. You're not at home. Auburn at home, anything can happen. They got that witchcraft going on in the stadium. By the way, that needs to be studied and investigated. Different conversation for a different day. There is witchcraft going on in that stadium. I digress. You're going to Baylor. Baylor, are they a really great team? No, but I do have them inside my MBG poll. The top 25, I think I had them somewhere around like 24, 25, 23, something like that. I think Baylor is a decent team on a scale of 1 to 10, 5 being average, 7 being good or really good. I give them like a 5.3. They're not average, slightly above average. And I would be impressed if Auburn went in there and won. I really would, because I think it's more than fair to say this is a coin flip game. The money's going to be 50-50. The percentage odds are probably close to like 48-52, whoever you bet. I mean, the line's only 2.5. That's going to fluctuate a little bit to maybe even 1 or 1.5 or 3, something like that. My point is, on the road, it'd be a great win. I'm going to bring this up because I think it is a good example, just to compare the situations. Kalen DeBoer's heading into year 2. Alabama fans, I wouldn't say they're mad, but they're not happy. They need to see something. Kalen DeBoer could lose, go into Florida State against the Seminoles and lose. He's still not going to be fired. He'll get this entire year, even if it's not so great, even if Bama goes 8-4, they're not going to fire him. Here's the difference with Hugh Freeze. It is year 3. It's time to put up or shut up. The first year, here's my rules with head coaches. Some of y'all know this. I'm going to say it again. Year 1, I do not criticize a head coach. I don't care what the circumstance is. I don't do it. Year 2, I will slightly start to criticize them, which I did last year at Hugh Freeze. Year 3, put up or shut up. Year 4, no excuses because you got all your guys in there. We're in year 3. So I'm about to be really harsh on him because it's time to go, man. You didn't inherit Vanderbilt. You didn't inherit Kentucky. You got Auburn. They always get top 10, top 15 recruiting classes. This is a good team. I mean, not good team. This is a good program. One of the top 15 programs in all the country, if not higher. I say all that to say this. Hugh Freeze is in a must-win situation. He has to win on the road at Baylor. Yet again, not an easy task. Would I be too upset, me personally, if Hugh Freeze lost this game? No, because I understand how difficult it is on a Friday night especially. That place is going to be rocking. But the fans don't just want this win. No, they need it. You have to win. If it's going to be similar to a Lane Kiffin situation. If Hugh Freeze loses this game, Auburn will leave him on the tarmac. He will not be going home. The fans will be calling for his job in week 1. I'm dead serious. Watch. It's going to happen if they lose. And I don't care if they lose on a Hail Mary. I don't care if it's a fluke. I don't care if Jackson Arnold throws 6 pick sixes or 7 pick sixes or 8 or 10. It doesn't matter. They'll be calling for his job. Watch. It'll happen. This isn't a team needing win. I'm going to divert back to this. This is a program needing win. You have to get it done. I have to remind some of y'all, Auburn lost to a pretty bad Cal team last year in which they had 5 turnovers. Auburn fans are cool with losing to Alabama. Well, I wouldn't say cool, but they'll tolerate it a little bit better. Losing to your Alabamas, your Georgias, your Texas A&Ms, your LSUs, team like that. Because it's like, all right, that's an SEC team. They got top 5, top 10 recruiting classes. That's okay. Losing to Baylor, not so much. And here's why you need this win. Say you win, you start out 1-0. That's great. Everybody's happy. You then got 2 cupcakes, Ball State, South Alabama. 3-0 right off the bat. That's a heck of a start. It can't get any better. Then you head into the gauntlet, a.k.a. the SEC. You got Oklahoma, the previous team of Jackson Arnold's. Then you got A&M. Then you got Georgia. Missouri's not going to be an easy task. They're going to put up a decent fight. Arkansas, Kentucky. You got 2 cupcakes right there. You should handle or easily beat those teams. No disrespect to that. Oh, then you got Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt beat you last year. Mercer. Then Alabama. No lie. I mean, Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vandy, Mercer, those are all winnable games. Auburn has a great shot, not just a decent shot. No, they have a great shot of winning those. Then you got Alabama, a little different conversation. Alabama will be favored, and we know Alabama's Alabama. But you need the Baylor win to buy you more losses, to buy you some time. You can accept, because say you go 3-0, right, looking at this. Even if you lose the next 3, Oklahoma on the road, that's going to be a tough one. You do got A&M on the road. Well, I didn't know that. But you got Georgia at home. Say you go 0-3 in those. Well, now you're 3-3. Much better. I know, not great, but that looks way better than 2-4 heading into Missouri. And here's the thing. I'll give credit to Auburn fans. They're not delusional. The most delusional fan base in the SEC are Tennessee fans. So they're pretty smart individuals, right? They know they're not going to snip the playoff this year. Not going to happen. I haven't heard one Auburn fan even talk about that. But they do expect to beat Baylor and the Baylors of the world. You got to win it. It's a must win. I can't harp on that enough. It's go time. You hear people talk about late in the season, oh, this has playoff ramifications on the line. Well, this is like the playoff game for Auburn. You have to win it. Let me tell you right now, you do not want to be heading into Norman, Oklahoma 2-1, and you especially don't want to be heading into Kyle Field 2-2. And I don't care if you're playing on the road or you're hosting Georgia, which they are hosting. You don't want to play Georgia, period, the end, 2-3. Here's the last thing I'm going to say and we'll end out the video. Winning in week 1 is so vital, not just for the players and the coaching staff, but for the fans, for the entire program, and it's what we've been talking about all throughout this video. There is nothing worse as a fan waiting for week 1 for 4 to 5 months and your team just lays an egg. It really ruins the entire season. And it'd be different if Auburn was going up against Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, or some top 10 opponent. And we even like 19th ranked Texas A&M in week 1. You're not. You're playing Baylor. Win the game. Many more things I could say. I think I've made my point clear. Yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. But